Let's talk about a subject that many men are curious about, but rarely ask openly. What actually happens inside a woman's body when she swallows semen? There are countless opinions online, but very few discussions are based on science, biology, and healthy relationships. Today, we're separating facts from myths so you can better understand what may be happening physically, emotionally, and psychologically. I'm Dr. Leah, a board-certified urologist with over 15 years of experience helping men better understand their intimate health and relationships. This conversation isn't about telling anyone what they should or shouldn't do. Instead, it's about giving you accurate information so you and your partner can make decisions based on knowledge rather than assumptions. Many men think this act is simply a personal preference, while others believe it has no real effect at all. The truth is that the topic is more complex than most people realize. It involves biology, hormones, emotions, and the quality of the relationship itself. Before we continue, I'd like to hear from you. Have you ever wondered what actually happens inside your partner's body when this occurs? Or have you always assumed nothing significant happens? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Now, let's begin by looking at what science tells us actually happens after she swallows. Now that we've introduced the topic, let's look at what semen actually is. Many people think it's simply a reproductive fluid, but biologically, it's much more complex than that. Semen contains a mixture of proteins, enzymes, hormones, minerals, sugars, and other naturally occurring compounds that support reproduction. Researchers have long been interested in these substances because some of them are believed to play a role in communication between the male and female body during reproduction. Certain compounds have been associated with relaxation, emotional bonding, and changes in mood, which is why this subject continues to receive scientific attention. From an evolutionary perspective, this isn't surprising. Human reproduction has always depended on more than fertilization alone. Forming strong emotional bonds between partners may have helped increase cooperation and improve the chances of raising healthy children together. Because of this, scientists have explored whether some naturally occurring substances in semen contribute to those bonding processes. However, it's important to keep these findings in context. Biology is only one piece of the picture. The emotional quality of the relationship often has an even greater influence on how a woman experiences intimacy. For couples who share trust, affection, and mutual respect, intimate experiences often feel emotionally meaningful. But the biological effects being studied should never be separated from the relationship itself, because emotions and biology constantly work together rather than independently. Now that we've looked at the biological side, let's discuss the part that many men overlook, the emotional experience. While scientists continue to study the compounds found in semen, research and clinical experience consistently show that a woman's emotional state has an even greater influence on how she experiences intimacy. When a relationship is built on trust, respect, affection, and genuine desire, intimate acts often strengthen emotional closeness. Feeling emotionally safe allows her body to relax, making it easier for hormones associated with bonding, such as oxytocin, to be released during intimacy. As a result, many couples describe feeling more connected after sharing deeply personal experiences together. However, the same act can feel completely different if the relationship lacks emotional security. If a woman feels pressured, obligated, manipulated, or emotionally disconnected, her nervous system may respond with stress rather than closeness. In those situations, the emotional meaning of the experience changes completely, even if the physical act itself remains the same. This is why healthy intimacy is never just about biology. The quality of the relationship shapes how every intimate experience is interpreted. Two couples may engage in exactly the same behavior, yet each partner can walk away with completely different emotions because the foundation of their relationship is different. Understanding this distinction is one of the most important steps any man can take toward becoming a more thoughtful, respectful, and emotionally supportive partner. While we've discussed the possible biological and emotional effects, it's just as important to talk about the health considerations. This is an area where facts matter far more than opinions, because protecting both partners should always come first. Semen can carry sexually transmitted infections, including HIV, herpes, chlamydia, gonorrhea, HPV, and hepatitis B. Although the risk of transmission through oral contact is generally lower than through vaginal or anal sex, it is not eliminated. Infection is still possible, particularly if either partner has an untreated STI. The condition of her mouth also plays an important role. If she has bleeding gums, mouth ulcers, recent dental work, or small cuts inside her mouth, these openings can increase the likelihood of infection because they provide easier access for viruses and bacteria to enter the bloodstream. Another issue, although uncommon, is semen allergy. Some women develop an allergic reaction after exposure, which may cause itching, swelling, burning sensations, or, in rare cases, difficulty breathing that requires immediate medical attention. Others may simply experience nausea or stomach discomfort afterward. Whether those reactions are physical, emotional, or a combination of both, they should never be ignored. For these reasons, couples should know their sexual health status, communicate openly, and seek medical advice whenever concerns arise. Safe intimacy is built on honesty, mutual care, and informed decisions, not assumptions. Now that we've covered both the potential benefits and the health considerations, it's time to address some of the biggest myths surrounding this topic. Unfortunately, the internet is filled with exaggerated claims that can easily confuse people who are simply looking for accurate information. One of the most common myths is that semen is some kind of superfood, packed with extraordinary health benefits. You've probably seen videos or articles making dramatic claims that it boosts nutrition or provides significant amounts of vitamins and minerals. The reality is much less exciting. Yes, semen does contain small amounts of substances such as protein, zinc, vitamin C, and other naturally occurring compounds. However, the quantities are extremely small. Nutritionally speaking, they contribute very little compared to the nutrients found in ordinary healthy foods. A balanced diet provides far more vitamins, minerals, and protein than semen ever could. That means any decision between partners should never be based on the idea that it provides meaningful nutritional value. The science simply doesn't support that conclusion. Instead, if this act has value within a relationship, it comes from the emotional connection, trust, and mutual willingness shared between two people, not from its nutritional content. Understanding the difference between scientific evidence and online myths helps couples make informed decisions based on facts rather than misinformation. Knowing the truth allows both partners to focus on what actually strengthens a healthy relationship, instead of chasing claims that have little scientific support. At this point, one message should already be clear. The act itself is only one part of the equation. What truly determines whether it becomes a positive experience is the quality of the relationship surrounding it. Some men assume that if research suggests there may be biological effects, then every woman should naturally be comfortable with it. That simply isn't true. Every woman has her own preferences, personal boundaries, beliefs, comfort level, and emotional needs. Those differences deserve respect. The healthiest relationships are built on mutual choice, not expectation. If your partner willingly participates because she feels loved, respected, and emotionally secure, the experience is much more likely to strengthen intimacy. She isn't acting out of pressure or fear of disappointing you. She's making a decision that feels right for her within the relationship. On the other hand, if she feels obligated, uncomfortable, or worried that saying no will upset you, the emotional impact can be completely different. Instead of creating closeness, the experience may gradually weaken trust and emotional safety over time. That's why honest communication is so important. Couples who openly discuss their boundaries, preferences, and comfort levels are far more likely to build lasting intimacy than those who rely on assumptions. Ultimately, a healthy relationship isn't measured by any single intimate act. It's measured by the respect, trust, communication, and genuine care that both partners consistently show each other every day. Before we finish today's video, I want you to remember one simple idea. The goal of this discussion was never to tell you what your partner should or shouldn't do. It was to help you understand the science, the psychology, and the relationship dynamics that surround a topic many couples never openly discuss. The strongest intimate relationships aren't built on pressure, expectations, or trying to copy what people say online. They're built on honesty, trust, respect, and a genuine desire to understand each other's needs. When both partners feel emotionally safe, communicate openly, and make decisions together, intimacy becomes something that strengthens the relationship rather than creating distance. If today's conversation helped you see this topic from a different perspective, then you're already taking an important step toward becoming a more thoughtful and informed partner. Real confidence doesn't come from believing you already know everything. It comes from being willing to learn, listen, and grow together. If you enjoy evidence-based discussions about men's health, relationships, and understanding your partner, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss future videos. Every week, I share practical, research-informed insights designed to help men build healthier, stronger, and more fulfilling relationships. I'd also love to hear from you. What surprised you most about today's discussion? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm Dr. Leah, a board-certified urologist with over 15 years of experience, and I'll see you in the next video.